No. Hi, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I'm trying to just pop the chat out. Stop chat. Go down. I don't really know how to do that. Let's see here. There we go. Hope you're doing well. Hi, it's me. Here I am. I thought that, I'm really tired today. I had a very long week, to be honest. And hi, Char wants to come up and say hi. So I thought that I would actually, I'm just going to bake some cookies. I'm going to bake some cookies, and if you guys are around, then we can chat and hang out. And otherwise, I'm just going to make cookies and stream live. It's fun. Oh, excuse me. The noise. I just like to wipe my surfaces down with a little vinegar before we get started. Always good. I could try and lift you up a little bit. I just have to figure out how to do that without making it dangerous. Let's see. Oops, sorry. Let's see here. Hi. Wow, I'm so sorry. RIP headphone users. What the heck? That's better. All right. Much better. Hi. Yes, cookies. Gotta figure out a recipe. Char, you gotta chill. She's getting really hyperactive over here. My computer is like dangling precariously at the top of a bunch of stuff. So fingers crossed I do not have it fall down. It would be bad. Alrighty here. So I'm gonna move you back a little bit. There we go. So how is everyone doing? I'm doing well. Very nice, very nice. I am not sure what you're looking at there. Yeah. I'm not sure what kind of cookies I'm going to make, but I have just the basic things. Probably just going to make a basic chocolate chip since I actually have chocolate chips, which is, I never have chocolate chips because I eat them all if I have them. Yeah, no, she's just hyper because she thinks I'm talking to someone on FaceTime. So that is why. So I just have to find a recipe. Let's see. I don't know if there's any recipes up here. Cookies. This is probably too healthy to have cookies. Cookies, wheat-free. Well, they definitely have to have wheat in them today. Oh, let's see. I have a million cookbooks and, here's some. Happy vegan chocolate chip cookies. Fantastic. Easy. All right. That's enough, Char. Lay down. That's enough. Hey, where are you? Can you go outside? You forget. Come on, let's go. Hey, come on. All right, Georgia. Come in. Come in, Jesus. Come in. Come in. Good girl. All right. Back. Sorry, friends. The dog had to go to the bathroom, so had to indulge her. The lighting is quite terrible in my kitchen, so I apologize that you're... No, there's no one there. You're going to have to just deal with it. This dog is a food monster. I'm good. I'm just tired. It's been a long week, so I was just working on my radio show over at the station today before I got home. And I've been working on, I have a couple interviews next week for some jobs that are exciting and music related. So hopefully those go well. But it's been a lot of preparing and writing for those. So it's been a long week, plus on top of teaching. Hey, Kieron. Stop. Stop. Yes. Hey, stop. Chara's harassing me. Yeah, Kieron. So I was just saying that today I was really tired and I've had a really long week. So I'm just going to make some cookies and chat, which is super weird and not anything I've ever done before, but we're going to try it. And if it doesn't interest anyone, I won't be offended if you leave. That's fine too. Thanks so much. Yeah, I hope to knock him dead. So I was just saying that I had a lot of stuff going on this week, a lot of busyness, and sometimes I take on too many things and then I get overwhelmed. So on top of my regular schedule I teach a lot of people music, and I also fill in at an elementary school. Stop that. Stop. No. Go lie down. Go. Stop that. No barking. Sorry about the harassment over here. Yeah, so I also fill in at a elementary school sometimes and do a lot of stuff and lots of volunteer work. So it's all good stuff, but this week particularly has been very long and very busy, and feeling a little overwhelmed, and I just didn't have time to prepare for a full show tonight, so I apologize if anyone's expecting that. I usually love playing for you guys, and I was hoping to, but it's just, I didn't want to do a bad job, and it's just been that kind of week. So here we are making cookies on a Friday night, which is great. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. I am doing very well, just tired. Thinking about maybe, throwing it back to like Cat Burns and her lair drinking beer and cracking a beer open. We shall see. But let me know if the sound is okay. I have a microphone here, but I don't know how it's always hard to tell. All right. So I've got my oats and my flour, some cinnamon. What else? Some chips. They always say like a quarter cup or 40 grams of chocolate chips. I always put like 200 grams. I put a lot of chocolate chips. I mean, it's kind of the only reason you're eating cookies. You should eat chocolate chips. That's why I never buy chocolate chips, because I just eat them all. Anyway, how's everyone's week been? Hopefully it's been good. Good. Boss. Has anyone tuned into the radio show that I've been doing on Sundays? It's been pretty fun to make. It's kind of a lot of work to do it the way that I want, because I always want to add a lot of new music to the database, which does take some time, because it's obviously a lot easier if I play music they already have. But it's fun to showcase artists that don't get airplay, right? So that's kind of been the reason that I do it, is to help, give people that are underrepresented a little bit of time to shine. I'm just kind of like, you guys are going to see how much I just wing it whenever I make stuff. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in, Kieron. I appreciate that. I'm making these vegan. I'm not actually vegan, but I often just get lazy, to be honest, and make cookies without eggs. But, I will throw some butter in because butter is really delicious. And, usually most things can do with more butter. More butter. ASMR. Caught the... Yeah, I have my radio voice on. It's, a couple people... I got a lot of text after the first show saying that they liked my radio voice and that it sounded kind of like NPR or CBC. But yeah, that's what I do. I do voiceover work professionally, as I say. So that's what I get paid the big bucks for. My calm, relaxing voice, which is not my voice that I use to yell at my friends and get silly. Open the cupboard. Sorry. The cupboard is in the way of you. That's okay. I think I'm going to throw some coconut in here. What else have I got up here? Some really hard sugar. That's probably it. Do I need any baking soda? Baking powder. Oh boy. Gotta get my stool. The cupboards in my house are very, very tall. Like really old-fashioned, like 50s cupboards that are made for people who had like step ladders, I guess, in their kitchen. But I do have a step stool because of that. It's pretty funny. 2 tablespoons baking powder. It seems like it's a lot of baking powder. Probably because there's no eggs in this recipe. That seems about right. Do I have to preheat the oven? Preheat the oven to 175 Celsius. You got it. I'm a big proponent of using proper measuring things in the sense of using weight. Oh, there we go. Thanks, Kieron. Yeah, it's actually 993countyfm.ca. Yeah. 1 second, the dog is barking. Char! Char! What are you doing? What's up? Sorry, the dog was very concerned with what's happening outside. Yeah, 993. But if you have the TuneIn app, which is a wonderful app that you can listen to live radio from around the world, that's a good place to download. And you can also stream through that, which I think is ad-free, which is good. There are like local ads on the show that I do, but they're kind of adorable because it's for like the farm center and like small town things, which is awesome. All right, sugar time. Let's see. Ooh, that smells boozy. Do you ever just like have a lot of vanilla and then you realize that it's pretty much just alcohol with, vanilla beans? Should I throw some cocoa in there? Probably, right? I kind of add cocoa to everything. It always makes it better. Anyways, what are you guys up to right now? How's your Friday night going? wherever you are, tune in. Yeah, the app is called Tune In. You're right. So you can download it and stream. Like, it's really interesting. You can actually stream live radio from around the world. It's pretty cool. The internet is awesome. That's probably enough. Hopefully these taste good. Definitely experimenting here. See, I'm always someone that tries to make cookies healthy, and my friends always make fun of me because I'll reduce the sugar all the time. And like, yeah, my cookies taste good to me, but they're never like really good cookies because they're never enough sugar. But sometimes I can't put like 3 cups of sugar to make 12 cookies or something. It's just not good. Not good. Not good. Has anyone, oh yeah. Go ahead. Dealing with carpal tunnel. Oh no. Oh yeah. You can definitely put a lot of vanilla in. Yes, living a little bit out of Toronto. Honestly, the new community has been really good. Especially living in a small town over the winter, you really get to know who actually lives here because it's a very touristy town where I live. So yeah, you get to know who's here, and yeah, I have made some really good friends, and the community here is so welcoming, and I love it. It's honestly been really, really good. Super good for my mental well-being and my sense of community and belonging. It's been really, really awesome. And it's really pretty because I live in the woods, basically. I'm sorry that you're dealing with carpal tunnel there, Raven. Awesome. Sun out in Calgary. That's fantastic. Oh, nice. Is it like a handmade book fair, Kieron? I used to do the handmade book fair when I went to university. I was in the printmaking program, and we would make a lot of books, like printed books and handmade books. But yeah, Raven, I'm sorry. Carpal tunnel sucks. My mom has it in both of her wrists, and it's very frustrating. Are you going to get surgery or anything? I always worry about that stuff because my wrists and joints are such a part of my livelihood. And I can imagine that would be very upsetting, even if it wasn't. Oh man, that sucks, man. Hopefully there's some therapy or something you can do to help you get that feeling back. 'Cause that's really awful. I'm sorry to hear that. That would be really sad. Chari, you need to just stop. Stop. She got her haircut, and she honestly turns into like a weird dog for like 2 days after. Come here, you. What are you doing? What are you doing here? Yeah, she looks adorable though. I can't even see her. I can't see her. Yeah, she just wants to eat. Anyway, she looks super like a poodle right now. Doing exercises, that's good. Oh, very cool. Oh, nice. Charity book sale is good too. And yeah, therapy is good. Physical therapy, if you can, I know it can be expensive. I don't know where you live, but physical therapy is awesome. But yes, it can be very expensive. This looks so good. Oh yeah. The best thing about not putting eggs in yet is that I can just eat the batter. Actually, I don't even know if I have any eggs. No, I don't. No eggs. I'm gonna have a beer. Remember Cat Burns in her lair drinking beer? It's back. This is a wicked awesome IPA from Nickelbrook. I'm sorry, I'm on my laptop computer and it's very bad for light. Yeah. This cookie batter is looking a little dry. don't know what I can add to this. Let's see here. Maybe it needs a bit more oil or maple syrup, maybe. Char, stop it. Maple syrup. Oh my God. Honestly, every maple syrup container we have gets stuck, and then I really like kill my wrist trying to open the damn things. Char, stop it. Go lay down. Yeah, she gets a haircut and turns into this really weird dog for 2 or 3 days. It's very strange. So usually when I'm making cookies without eggs, I put flaxseed in them. I love it. Jersey, that's great. Yeah. So usually if I don't have eggs, I usually kind of make like a fake egg by doing 1 tablespoon of flaxseed and 3 tablespoons of warm water. But I didn't actually do that this time. I'm just going to put flaxseed in it like this. It just helps to thicken it because the flax will absorb the water. So it acts as a binder. So great little tip if you're out of eggs, but you happen to have, I have so many kilograms of this. I'm friends with the people that run this company. They're amazing, lovely people in Vancouver. So I am always stocked up on lots and lots of flaxseed, which is the best. I'm going to add some of these guys. Rolled oats. Oopsies. Literally throwing it all over the kitchen. Gonna have to sweep after this. One moment. What do you need, Char? Yeah, she's doing the thing. She's doing the thing. Like it's almost 9, and my dog is so weird. She wants me to go to bed with her at 9 o'clock. So around 8:30, she starts harassing me from the top of the stairs to go upstairs to sleep. And I mean, usually I do go to bed pretty early, but not this early. Especially because I haven't had a chance to just kind of chill out all day. So I'm going to chill out after these cookies, obviously. Okay, hopefully this is... Cat's cookie tips. Honestly, I don't bake very much. I make food a lot, like cooking. I like to cook. I'm pretty experimental, so baking is kind of based on science. So, you know, being experimental doesn't always work. Yum. Okay. Let's see. I could just eat this raw. It's so good. This is why I don't make cookies very often, because I have a hard time. I'm basically like, I have a sweet tooth and I'm a pig when it comes to cookies that I make. Hot tip, silicone mat, the best. Cooling rack for later. Silicone mats are the best. What do I love to cook? Honestly, everything. I'm like the queen of making food out of nothing. So like people will always be like, there's nothing to eat, there's nothing in the fridge, and then I'll whip up something amazing from nothing. It comes from, you know, being poor. I'm resourceful. So I spent many years trying to eat as nutritionally as possible on a very minimum budget, which means that you have to, you know, learn how to make food with the stuff that you have and get creative. And honestly, I'm not picky at all. I'll eat anything as long as it's like not meat. I'm probably going to eat it. Like doesn't have to look great. It doesn't have to taste amazing. I hate wasting food. So even if I make something that's not my favorite, I'll still eat it because I don't want to throw it away. But that's just me. I'm a little frugal Franny. My mama taught me well, you know? But yeah, I've never been like an amazing baker. My dad is the one that always baked. My mom was not. My parents, it's kind of like my dad is the one that cooks really a lot. My mom cooks sometimes, but you know, she has her staples. Nothing too experimental. The Queen of Toronto. Raisin oatmeal. That's good too. Although I'm pretty like particular about oatmeal in the sense that I actually, instant oatmeal is like disgusting. The texture, it's like eating soup. Like it's equally as cheap and more satisfying to eat like steel cut oats or proper like rolled oats cooked properly. It just is so much more filling and more satisfying. And I find that instant oatmeal is really sugary. It's so sugary. And I mean, I love sugar, but not for breakfast. Yeah, but I do eat oatmeal all the time. We have this thing called the Instant Pot I got for Christmas. Yes, blah. Yeah. Yeah, Raven, you know what I mean. You grow up, oh my gosh. Char is just freaking out at nothing. Char, what's up? Char. Come here. What's up? Listen up. I don't know what's going on. She's on edge. She does this when I talk to my computer. I mean, I kind of understand. It's kind of weird to an animal that I'm talking to no one. That's okay. That's enough, please. Thank you. Char. She's not usually this bad. One moment. Hey, that's enough. Stop. Anyway, I don't even know what I was talking about. But yeah, Instant Pot. Honestly, the Instant Pot is the fucking bomb. Best gift ever. I honestly use it for everything. If I could, I mean, you can bake cakes in it, but I don't think you can make cookies. If I could, I'd be using that thing because it also uses a lot less energy than the stove, which means less money on bills, which is always good. Because in my province, electricity is very expensive. So you don't want to be wasting that shit. But Instant Pot is awesome for oatmeal is what I was going to say. Because you can set it at night and it cooks it for you in the morning, which is bomb. So all winter, this girl just survived on morning oats in the morning made by my machine, my robot oats, as I called them. It's bomb. All right. Out of the kitchen, please. Out of the kitchen. Go on. All right, time to put them in the oven. How long do I bake these bad boys for? 5 minutes? What? That can't be right. Weird. Okay. 5 minutes. We'll see how that goes. I don't really believe it's going to be 5 minutes. Oh, that's hot. Anyway. Pot. Oh, Instant Pot. Yeah, this thing. I actually have it here. This thing. It's called Instant Pot. It's basically an electric pressure cooker. So it's awesome because it's programmable. So for me, that is the best because, again, this is going to sound like I'm talking about it a lot, but so with electricity here, we are on a time of use or time of day use. So it's really much cheaper to use power after 7 p.m. So the best thing with this thing is you can time it so that it makes your dinner for you. So it's like ready at 7 or just after 7. Steel cut oatmeal porridge with walnuts. Yes. Cranberries, pumpkin seeds. Oh, that sounds amazing. RD music, you know what's up. That sounds incredible and right up my alley. I'm just going to try and put this stuff away while that stuff's baking. Since it's only apparently baking for 5 minutes. I don't know about that. You get a nice close-up of my neck. Oh my. This is kind of fun, eh? This is kind of weird. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna. I mean, I turned the light on, so we'll see. I mean, it's kind of like nothing's in there that really needs to be cooked. Like, I think the reason you bake other things longer is because the egg needs to set, but there's no eggs in this one, so we'll see. Raven, really? Yeah. So you're talking about the power? Yeah. So it's basically like double the cost to use it on peak periods, which change. So in the winter, the peak period is like between 7 and 9 a.m. and 5 to 7 p.m. is like the very expensive time. And then there's like mid peak, which is like a little bit less, but then off peak, 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Yeah, it is weird in a good way. Weird in a bad way. Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, this, yeah. I appreciate everyone hanging out and indulging me. It's been a day. Also, like, we lost a beautiful cat soul today, a kitten soul. My best friend's cat, Chantal, who many of you know from, she was in KASHKA for a while. So her cat died today, which is awful. So sad. So yeah, R.I.P. Phoebe. So it's been a day. Definitely cried a lot about Phoebe this morning because she was so sweet, and I've known that cat for like 16 years, which is intense. Raven, no, this is Ontario specific. So our province, every province does their own hydro. So ours is time of use. So yeah. So basically, you don't want to be running like an oven at high peak because it'll get your thing up. That's why the Instant Pot's awesome, because I can set it so that it cooks my oatmeal at like 6:45. Get those cheap rates, and then I eat my oatmeal at 8. Yeah, Hydro Quebec is very cheap for power. Ontario is not. Yeah, Quebec has like some of the cheapest hydro in the country because I think you guys make it a lot. So I don't know. Who knows? This is the first time that I've like all my apartments have always been utilities included. So I'm kind of the last year's the first time that I've had to deal with all these bills. So I'm being I've always conserved because I've always known it's expensive, but now I finally have to pay my own bills because they're not included anymore. So, big change. Hydro, yeah, my sympathies. Oh, thank you. Okay, so they're almost done, apparently. Oh, they're actually looking kind of done. I don't know. I feel like they're going to need... Oh, God, I look so tired in this light. I look about as tired as I feel, which is kind of pretty tired. It's been a week, guys. It's been a week. It's been a week. Anyways, is everyone gone? Probably. You didn't want to wait to see if my cookies are done? I'm just kidding. I'm here anyways, no matter if people are watching or not. So I'm just baking my cookies and enjoying a beer, hanging out with my dog, talking to my computer. I was actually thinking, okay, good idea or bad idea? Excuse me. So I realized when I was playing piano earlier that I can play all of Jagged Little Pill from beginning to end, which I love. It's like my childhood favorite album of my preteen-ness, Alanis Morissette. And I was thinking I would love to just like live stream a live rendition of that the whole time. Oh, hey. Yes, in bed with your books. Hey, you know what I'm reading right now? Where did I put it? I'm reading I'm reading Crazy Rich Asians right now. It's actually pretty good. It's beyond my expectations. I thought it would be good, but it's even better. And previous to that, I read a book called The Stranger in the Woods. Highly recommend. It's a really fascinating story. It's a true story. It's based on this guy that lived in the woods for 23 years in Maine and literally lived in the woods by himself and stole everything he needed in order to survive. It's a pretty amazing book. It's sad because it ended up with him, like in real life, it's a real life story. So he actually got arrested and he's in jail, or he went to jail, which I think is super shitty because he's just like literally living his life in the woods. He just doesn't want to be around humans. So to take him from that and put him in the American jail system, which is like no solace and no, I just think he would probably be so much more stressed in like that 6 months in jail than he was in like 23 years. I highly recommend reading it. Let's check on these bad boys. Oh, interesting. Huh? Not bad. They look actually not that raw. So you find a thingy bobber. A spatula. Okay. Not bad so far. Oh, that one's a little... Okay, so some of them are a little smooshier than others. Yeah. Okay. This is where I never have the patience. I usually just like... This is annoying. Back in the oven. Just for like just a couple more minutes. Actually, I didn't mean to turn that off. I mean, they look okay. They're definitely very soft. Yeah, you can't see shit. Sorry, guys. The camera. Ow. I'm reading Carlos Castaneda equals. Oh, cool. Nice. And the Washington Post and the New York Times. I actually subscribed to the New York Times digitally. It's pretty good. It's a new thing for me to subscribe to it, but I like putting my money where I think it matters. And subscriptions to news and things like that I think is important to keep information from being controlled. You know? Otis. Yeah, I'm so sad that Phoebe passed away today. I miss that kitty cat. I miss having a cat, actually. I had a cat for a long time. She died like probably 10 years ago now. She was a good cat. I mean, Char's a pretty good dog. She's kind of like a cat. Good, clear news. Yeah, totally. See? Chara's just hanging around hoping that I drop some scraps. Story of your life, eh? She got a haircut the other day, as I said, and she really looks like a poodle. These are pretty good. Not bad. I'm surprised that it literally had to be baked for 5 minutes. I'm impressed. This is like a veggie recipe binder that I've put together in my early 20s when I was very hardcore into learning how to cook on a small budget as a vegetarian, which is, yeah, if you ever want to have cheap meals, being vegetarian is very cheap. Because vegetables and grains are pretty cheap. Okay, this spatula is very annoying. The one that I loved recently broke, which was sad, because this one is just really thick. So I don't know how to get these off. Maybe a fork. Yeah, because these are some soft ass cookies. I kind of like crispier cookies better, to be honest. But I think, oh man, that's so hot. These chocolate chips are super hot. I put a lot in there, as you saw, I'm sure. Anyway. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm having a good time doing this. I'm having moments of like wondering what I'm doing. Oh yeah. I love podcasts. Char is she's like a poodle mix. She's down here, but she's black, so you can't really see her when I lift her up. I love podcasts. I listen to a lot of podcasts. Probably like too many for healthy balance, but I actually just listened to this awesome podcast and I was so into it that I listened to it entirely, like nonstop basically for 3 days. And it's called The Dream. You should look it up. And it's a 8-part series about MLMs, like multi-level marketing. It's just wild. Like we all know someone that's running MLM, you know, like, I don't know, Sensi and 31 and what else? Arbonne, all that shit. So it's an interesting radio documentary series, that I highly recommend. It got me. I was like really into listening to it until the very end. And then I was sad when it ended. Oh yeah. So these were in for like 8 minutes, I think, maybe a bit longer. How many cookies have I had? I don't know. What kind of cookies? Crunchy toast and cookies, yeah. Get out of here. You shouldn't be eating that. Oh, it's too hot. And it has things that are not good for dogs, Char. Oh my goodness. The oven is making my nose run. Easy. So these look a little bit better. So I'm going to say, I should write this down in the recipe. I think I would amend it and say actually bake it for 8 minutes because these seem much more like stuck together. The other ones were just a little bit soft. A little bit soft. How's the microphone picking up all the awesome cookie noises? Why does an oven? Oh, I don't know. I think it's just because I'm over the heat. Maybe. I'm not sure. My nose runs like whatever it wants. Who knows? Good question. Couldn't tell you. Yeah, this is pretty good. This is really hot. I hope that's not leaking or something. The heat. It's like very, very hot by the edge. Yes. I wish you guys could taste these. Pretty impressed. Vegan cookie power. Well, to be honest, technically not vegan because the chocolate chips have dairy in them, I think. So. Nope. All right, it's vegan. Perfect. I have a question for you guys. Since you're watching this on YouTube, what channels do you watch on YouTube? And what do you watch on YouTube? I'm always very curious about what people consume on this platform. So please fill me in, and I'll share with you what I watch. I know. I'm sorry. I found this channel recently I really like, if you like watching cooking videos that are actually like professionally done, not this. There's a channel, and I think he's in Ottawa, maybe he's in Toronto. He's in Toronto, and it's called Glenn and Friends. And he is kind of like going through this pre-World War II cookbook, like local, like an Ontario cookbook from 1930s. And he's like making all the recipes and all the, it's just really cool. He kind of had like one viral video with making Coca-Cola with the original recipe from the 1800s, minus the Coke. But the channel is actually really well produced, and yeah, it's been really interesting to watch. I love cooking videos. PewDiePie, nice. PewDiePie and T-Series, head to head. Oh, carob? You know what? I like carob. It doesn't taste like chocolate though. It tastes different to me. Bad lip reading is hilarious. Oh my god, I have chocolate all over my teeth. Meditation stuff, awesome. Donkey? I don't know what donkey is. R.Y. Dawson, Braille skateboarding. These are all awesome. I've never heard of these. I watched like ASAP Science. They're awesome. Also from Toronto. I like Molly Burke. She's a blind YouTuber. So she talks a lot about being blind and the challenges she's faced. I also watch F2 series. I also watch, Shane Dawson, of course. Everyone watches Shane Dawson. RD Music, yes, I appreciate that I'm the only channel. I feel honored, so honored. My friend Donna has a really awesome channel called Psych IRL, where she explores it's a little bit more lately, a bit more like YouTube based, but she was kind of exploring psychology and pop culture. Video game donkey is funny. Nice. Yeah, I also watch sometimes I put videos on the background because they just make me take a nap. There's one person that I watch literally only when I need to take a nap, and it's this woman with a very relaxing voice, but not on purpose. She just does makeup stuff, and obviously I don't wear a lot of makeup, but that kind of stuff just puts me to sleep instantly. It's crazy. So yeah, if I need to take a nap, I put on that person who is going to be remain nameless because it's a little embarrassing. So. You see? No? There you go. You know what? The coconut was a really good idea. It has a good texture. Thanks for hanging out with me while I make cookies. Yeah, there's lots of good stuff. There's a lot of shit on YouTube and a lot of really damaging things and misinformation and a lot of people that are not all there and are very damaging. But all that to say, there's a lot of awesome stuff here too. So many good tutorials and so much stuff that's actually educational and entertaining and so fun. I guess there's a little bit of a delay. The last batch is really puffy. I made them kind of big. Yeah. There are some negative myths. There's a lot of subcultures on YouTube that are not real. In other words, totally full of misinformation. Coding train. Oh, that's cool. There's also another one. What did I see? What's it called? Oh, it's really cool. It's this man. Oh, it's called. It's not in my time. He built a giant machine that plays music, and it's called. It's kind of built like a Rube Goldberg machine, but this big organ. Winter Garden, I think it's called Winter Garden. What music am I listening to? Well, I found this artist recently called Arlo Parks. I really like their music. And today I was programming my show for Sunday. So I was listening to a lot of good stuff. I'm featuring the weather station on Sunday. So, I mean, it was great to dive into that. I love the weather station. Tamara's awesome. Excellent songwriter, very visual. What else? The new Vampire Weekend is pretty good, actually. Been listening to that a little bit. I dig it. I know the typical Kendrick Lamar, into that. And today I was listening to a guy named Kieron C, spelled with like a $sign for the S, for the C, or the second C. That was pretty rad. I think he's from the UK. Yeah, I'm into lots of stuff. Political ones. Yeah, there's a lot of right-wingers, like extreme, like made-up stuff on YouTube. You have to be very discerning. When you're watching YouTube, you have to make sure, especially if you're following the related videos, that you are checking the sources, because there's some scary misinformation out there for sure. And a lot of people that aren't savvy are believing it. Oh. Here's my guitar. Yeah. What else are you guys saying? Yeah, Vampire Weekend is good. Just close this window. Yeah. Yeah. CNN. Well, I mean, I feel like you have to at least check sources if you're going down the rabbit hole. There's a lot of wild stuff out there. This is my little fuzzy koala bear. Excuse me, named Char. Yeah, she's sweet. Funny story. One time, my last neighbor, the man that was like the landlord of the house beside me, he would be around a lot and chatting, and he was like laughing at me. He's just like, "I see you carrying your dog around like a baby. You should just have a baby." And I was like, "No, I will just continue to carry my dog around in private like a cute furry little baby." Yeah, I've gone down the rabbit hole in YouTube a lot. Sometimes you end up on a video and you're like, how did I get here? Where am I? And then I realize, like, why am I even on this? It's a fine line between enjoying the platform and wasting time for me. So I have to limit my time, because otherwise I really can go down the rabbit hole and never return. But I do love, actually, I like a lot of music YouTube too. Like there's a guy named Adam Neely who does really interesting explorations of music theory. He's worth checking out. I think he's from like Indiana or something, somewhere in the States. And there's a couple of Toronto guys too. There's like Andrew Huang. He's from Toronto. He's a really interesting producer. He makes like all sorts of sampled stuff. And who else? Yeah, there's lots of people. A lot of music stuff that I enjoy. That gets me inspired to make things. But ow, I feel really hot. Well, I think I might let you guys go. I feel like we're on the phone. Gotta let you go. I'm heading out of town tomorrow for my dad's birthday. I'm taking him to a museum, which is exciting because he loves history. And we're going to eat some sort of junky lunch that's like a treat. You know, we don't eat junky lunches very often. Go to the museum, And then, I have a big interview on Monday. So wish me luck for the secret project that hopefully works out. But thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate that you hung out and I made cookies. This pile of cookies. Look at all those cookies. And I hope you enjoyed this. I know it's not music and it's not singing, but got to try new things sometimes. See how it goes. But I'll be back soon. If you haven't had a chance yet, I would love if you checked out the Why We Work first episode with Aurora. It hasn't got that many views and it's kind of a bummer. I don't know if it's just because it's not the same thing I usually do or if I didn't advertise it enough. I have a hard time figuring out where to send videos as a press release. Like I know where to send music to like all the press stuff, but sending videos like the documentary video it's been a little tricky. The next episode is going to be Vivek Shraya, and she is awesome. And that's going to be at the end of this month. Excuse me. But please go check out the one with Aurora. It's a couple of videos back. It's called Why We Work. I appreciate that. But yes, stay cool. You're right. Have a good night. Go enjoy yourself and chill out. Be safe, whatever you do. Get some sleep. I need some sleep. These bags don't lie. And fun fact, I've had this shirt since 1999 because it still fits. Anyways, have a great night, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out, and I'll talk to you soon. And tune in on Sunday through the either 993 countyfm.ca or TuneIn app, and I'll be broadcasting 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern time. So you can check it in, tweet me, and send me your requests for next time. Thank you for the luck. I appreciate that. And I'll see you guys later. And I'll, if there's any people chatting, I'll try and reply. Okay, bye. Talk to you soon. Yeah.